Hey guys, springtime is here. Things are really heating up here on the farm. We're going to be talking about fruit trees today. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Okay, so right in behind me right here, I have a peach tree, have another peach tree right over here. I'm going to show you those, and they're about 2 weeks apart on when they're going to mature. And it's recommended that you can get them all mature at the same time if you want to, but it's good if you harvest off of one tree and then a couple of weeks later you have the other tree. It gives you time to process the ones before. And let's take a look at these peaches and see how they're doing. So first off, I want to show you that we have pruned these trees out to where they're open in the middle for sunlight. See that? And it come right down in the middle of them. And so, but these peaches are getting a little bit of size to them. Look at that. There's another one right there. Another one over here. Over here. There's some, it's usually recommended the smaller ones, see that right there, right here, to probably pull that off of there. See out here on this end how little those are, because they really take away from the bigger peaches. Look at that right there. Isn't that neat? So these peaches right here are coming along pretty good. So we're going to swing from this peach tree over to this peach tree. This is actually a younger peach tree than this one, but it gets a little bit more water to it. And we also have it, see how it comes out from the ground, and then we have the center of it open. And so these peaches are about 2 weeks behind the other peaches. And so let's take a look at these. Let me get where we can see it good. And so here's a sample of what we've got here. See these? And they're a little bit smaller than those others because it's about 2 weeks behind. Look at that. See these in here? A lot of these are kind of doubling up, looking a little strange. Some of those, and there's one of the bigger ones on this. I put my hand up there so you can kind of tell the size. And there's really a good crop of peaches coming on this year. Let's look in here on these. I'm showing you some on these upper limbs because they're just a little bit easier to see. See that right there? So it's really, I mean, who don't just absolutely love fresh peaches? You come to this side of the tree and you can see a little bit better how we have this pruned back to where it opens up in the middle so sunlight can get down in there and it matures your fruit just a whole lot better. So this right here is my thornless blackberry. We've had a problem. One, our goats got over here and have been eating on this. These things are pretty tough though. And we also had a freeze that hit and kind of stunted it back. It was coming out pretty good, but you can see right there, it's coming back. It's gonna do okay. There's a bloom there. So this is a thornless blackberry. These are really nice, and what I'm gonna do, you can propagate these really easy. You can take like this right here on this end, you can take and cut this off, stick that down in the dirt, rough that up on these ends a little bit, just below a node, and they will propagate. They will also do shoots from the ground. That's what this is right here that came up from that other. And right over here, I'll show you, here's another shoot that came out right in here. That'll come on out of there. So you can dig those up real easily and put those to work for you. Okay, so here's another thing that, man, this is a plum tree. We've had this for a long time, and I let this thing get way out of hand. See how tall this plum tree is. And there's plums all up through this. Look at this right here. See these plums? And these are some of those big old juicy purple plums. See that? Look there. Wow. But they also, this tree's always been bad about getting these webworms in it. So I'm gonna have to spray that and get those out of there. I try to keep everything as natural as I can, so I'm gonna have to research some about how to go about that. Look at that right there. See those plums? Ooh-wee. These are delicious plums, but it ends up, I'm gonna have to cut this tree back. We started good, it had it going good, but I spent 2 or 3 years and didn't do anything with it, and it's just way out of hand. So I'm gonna need to come back in and at some point trim, just not trim it back, I gotta cut it back. And but I got another deal here that I want to show you. This is really awesome. We're blessed with this. And it's a wild mulberry. I think you're gonna like this. So here we are out here by our mulberry tree. And if you're not familiar with these, some people don't like them, but I'm gonna tell you, they just have the tastiest fruit. Look at all those mulberries on there. It is covered up with them. We got a little bit of rain going on right now. And these grow wild. If you're not sure what the leaves look like, here's the leaves. Those are mulberry leaves. And I'm gonna tell you something that I do. I'm 64. I'm not old. I'm gonna pull one of these off and I'm gonna show you something. So I just plucked one of these leaves off of here. I'm gonna show you right, see that white milky substance out on the end there? That's actually a type of latex. And you can take these leaves and take about 10, 15, 20 of these leaves and I tear them up like I was doing greens or something like that. And I boil them down in a tea and put a little honey in it to sweeten it. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you have problems with your joints, I'm not arthritic or anything like that, but I am 64 years old. And so, man, you can start drinking that mulberry tea and it just limbers up everything. It really is good for that. Research that some and look at it, and you can make jelly out of it. I come out here and eat them right off of the tree, but this is a pretty tall tree. So it's not all that easy to harvest up very high. You see how tall that is. And I really need to clean out around it to open it up and let it bush out better. I'm gonna try to propagate some of these this year and get a better stand. So it's not all that easy to harvest up very high. You see how tall that is. And I really need to clean out around it to open it up and let it bush out better. I'm gonna try to propagate some of these this year and get a better stand. So wild mulberry, I love them, I love them, I love them. Look at this, let me show you this. Isn't that awesome? Just look at those growing on there. And this is just right here, just a gift from God, right here on the homestead. Isn't that beautiful? So try that on the tea. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down here in this video if you would, and let me know if you've got mulberries growing in your area. They are native to many, many places. And so there's several other places where we have these on the property. This tree right here is the one that produces, and it does put out the mulberries. So anyway, that's a look at our fruit trees that we've got. And so, man, you know, just take some time. I'd love to have about 20 to 50 peach trees and harvest peaches, sell peaches, and they're just so good. Man, you take those things and chill them and just eat those when it's hot. Oh my goodness. And preserves, cobblers, just you name it. The blackberries, the thornless blackberries, they make a big old blackberry. We also have wild blackberries growing here. Then the mulberries and the plums. Wow. You know what? Just take a little time, enjoy your property. You can buy mulberry trees, and there's a lot of different varieties of mulberry trees also. So you can buy those and make you a little mulberry orchard. Pretty cool. And but just enjoy your land, enjoy your family, and spend time with one another. And hey, thank you for tuning in here on our homestead at Faith Farm. And right here in East Texas, I'm still keeping the faith. God bless.